might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high to bring me down, can't none.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Interreg Next Med session. My name is Andrea Platero, for those of you that we didn't have the chance to meet yet. And here is my team, Melquiades Lozano. He's also co-founder of Incubadora con Valores. And here you have also Andy Cruzado and Miguel Serpa. They are coming from the Alliances team of Con Valores. They have been the people that has been working so hard the last 3 weeks to create all this, the platform, the experts, everything, and we are really thank you. We really want to thank them for that. And I would like to introduce shortly Incubadora con Valores, just in case some of you couldn't have the chance to meet us before. We are the first incubator for people at risk of exclusion. We work with those people that they are in really difficult situations, that they are outside of the job market and they cannot get in, they cannot find a job. And what they do is like they need an income and they try to create a livelihood. For that, we have a support of over 1,000 business professionals that they volunteer with us. They give his time and his knowledge for free to all those people through our incubation and our training. We have been developing the incubator in Spain, in Valencia, the place we are being held, the organization, but also we work in 22 more countries in South America. And for 2024, we will translate to English and French and most probably also Arabic our structure, our training and our incubation program to be able to reach even more people in different countries that they are in need and they have to create a livelihood to increase their life quality. And through all these years that we have been developing the incubator, we realized that we were able to get international and European funds because of our previous experience. But we realized that there were so many organizations on the local level that they really had an impact and they are creating projects that make a difference in their context, but they were not able to apply for, or they didn't know how to apply for European or international funds. For that reason, we decided to create Fund Hub. We are here having different experts from different European and international calls that they spend 1 hour with us sharing their time and their knowledge. And today we will be really glad to welcome here Alejandro. Alejandro is coming from the Interreg Next Med program. He will be here with us explaining to us about, now my mouse is not working. Wait a second. And he will be here explaining to us about our program and about everything he does in his in the program of Interreg Next Med. And I don't know why I cannot. I have a problem with the mouse. I don't know why it just didn't work out. But I will try to do it. Yeah, with this, the normal one. Yeah, I will have here Alejandro. Yeah, that's perfect. Finally, everything works at the end. And here we are. Yeah, it's all. Thank you. And Alejandro, nice to meet you. Nice to have you here. I would like first of all like to introduce you to the audience because maybe some of them they don't know you. They were not here this morning, and I will tell them something about you. Alejandro Lafarga is program officer in the Interreg NextMed program, the largest cooperation program in the Mediterranean, co-founded by the European Union. Since 2019, has been monitoring the implementation of the 80 Mediterranean cooperation projects under the previous program, NE-CBC Med. He holds a master's degree in business administration and market research. Prior to joining the program, he has worked at the Valencia Port Foundation in Spain, the University of Limoges in France, the Valencia region representation to the EU in Brussels, Belgium, and the multinational SGS. He is passionate about innovation and technology, always up to date on the latest developments for the green transition, energy, transport, and green cities. And Alejandro, we welcome you here. Thank you so much for being here. And now it's your turn, to explain about what Interreg NextMed is.
Well, thank you very much, Andrea. First of all, I want to be sure that you hear me well and the technical issues are all solved from this morning. So
we
yes,
hear you like clear.
Great. So yes, this is me.
Now, like I think, like yeah, you touched something. Yeah.
What is it? So I will try to make it clear and make you and show you that it's that we are an open program, that we are about to launch a new call for proposals. But I know that Interreg and those things might sound a bit strange to some of you. So I want to have first, very quickly, a first vision of how is the audience and what are your main concerns and what are you looking for. So I'm going to use Slido, which is an online tool that help us interact with you. So I'm going to share my screen and you are going to see a QR code. So I'm going to ask you 3 questions. So with this tool, with Slido. So I would like you to very quickly get your phone and scan the QR code, because I'm going to ask you 3 questions to get to know what are you looking for, what you know, what you don't know, and then it will also help me to better address my speech to you. And you can either use your phone by using this QR code, or otherwise you can just go to slido.com and type this number and you will get in there. So it's going to be very quick, but it will help us to all of us to know each other, what are our profiles and what are we looking for, and what we know and what we don't know, and what are our main barriers. So I will give you 30 seconds to connect. I know that sometimes there are always people that don't manage to get it or encounter some difficulties. No problem, we will go quickly. But I really want to know also what are your main barriers and what are you looking for. So I will get started. I will give you 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So first of all, how many of you did you previously know the Interreg program or the Interreg community? Because I know that many of you come from different areas in the world. Many of you are not based in Europe, but actually the Interreg programs also allow to participate from outside from the EU in certain cases. So I'm seeing that the results are quite similar to the ones of this morning. So 2/3 of the audience don't know what Interreg is about. So okay, we get this first this first vision of what you know. Let's go with the second question. So I want you to put in the word cloud, where do you work, or what do you work on, or what is your main topic? So only one word. If you want to put other words afterwards, you can first submit one word, and then you can submit other one. But I'm seeing like one word that surprised me: victims. First thing that I hear: awareness raising, environment. Okay, business development, cooperation in the center, in big words. Okay, so it means that many of you answered this, gave this answer. Synergies, technology, entrepreneurship. Okay, social inclusion. So I'm happy to say that our program includes some priorities about the social inclusion, environment, entrepreneurship. We have also priority in this. Health, this is a new one. So I see that unemployment and development are topics answered by more than one person. Consultation, awareness. Okay, so I'm saying, we all see, okay, what are our main topics. Mediterranean, that's great, because this is where we are, and one of our of the keywords for our work. So now we've got a picture of our profiles. Let's go with the last one, which is more concrete. I know that some of you are still answering, but we don't have that much time. Last one. I want you to rank your main barriers to apply for EU funds. So what are the main barriers and the main obstacles that you encounter? Put it in a ranking. It's not only about choosing one. Put which one is the most important one. Is something that is complex to prepare the proposal, or it's complex that to find partners. It might be also that you find financially complex to manage a EU-funded project or a public-funded project, because we all know that when it comes to public funding, there is a financial burden and some rules to comply with that are not easy. But okay, I'm seeing that 13 of you answer. The most complex question is the complexity to prepare a proposal. And before we start with the presentation, I would say that if for you it's complex to prepare a proposal, the best way that you can how you can enter in a project is not being the lead beneficiary. Most of programs require projects to be done in partnerships, in consortiums, and there's always a lead beneficiary, and this is the one who will be the most in charge or the most responsible to write the proposal. But the others must provide some inputs and some information. So if not, try to join a consortium not being the leader. And I know this is difficult, okay, because sometimes it's difficult to get, to find this consortium, and you have to do it yourself. So you have to be the leader. But if you manage to find a consortium and just enter in it, it's not that complex to write the proposal. So let me see what the results are. And the last one was, not many people answered the complexity to manage the project. Okay. I also guess that there are some people that answered this because they weren't in a project before, but okay. And the other is, I don't find calls maximize activity. Okay, and the partners. Okay, good. So now I get a more accurate picture of what are your concerns. So let's go directly with the program. So Interreg NextMed. It's a program of the Interreg family and is the biggest cooperation program for the Mediterranean. Okay, this is not something that new. We are the third edition of a cooperation program in the Mediterranean. There were two previous programs. One was called EMP-CBC Med, and the other one is ENI CBC Med, which is currently finishing. The 80 projects that were funded in ENI CBC Med are finishing, and all of them will be finished by the end of this year. So we are working on closing these projects while we are going to launch this new call. I will jump I will skip some points because this morning we needed a bit more time. So NextMed is one is in the family of the Interreg programs. There are almost 100 Interreg programs, and some of them, all of them want to enhance international cooperation, but not all of them are inside the EU. There are some next programs. Next means for external neighbors. So there are other programs to collaborate with neighbor countries like Ukraine, Moldova, Turkey, Tunisia, and so on. Our program is for the Mediterranean basin. So that's why it's called Interreg NextMed. And we were talking with some colleagues, with the Convalores team before the meeting. There is also an Interreg program for these overseas regions of the EU countries. So there are some actions in the French Polynesia or in the Caribbean or in some part of those islands that are colonies or are the Outremer regions of EU countries. So this is something that if you are far away, try to find it, and I can try to give after the name of these programs just to be sure that you can apply to this program. So Interreg NextMed is a program that wants to achieve smart, sustainable, and fair development in the Mediterranean basin, and we do this by making possible to make collaborative projects between partners based on the 15 countries of this program, and we'll see them now. Just to let you know that this program is managed in the Mediterranean because the managing authority of this program is the region of Sardinia in Italy. Okay, so this is where the managers of the program are, and apart from it, there are two branch offices. Two offices with the purpose of have a closer touch with the final beneficiaries and the entities. So one for the Eastern Mediterranean is located in Jordan, in Aqaba, and the other one for the Western Mediterranean is located in Valencia, Spain. That's where I am. So the branch offices are, I would say, the teams and the people that you can contact for questions and for any issues. Okay, so we are there, and we try to be close to anybody, just to be ready to answer and to help you with the implementation of the program. Apart from it, there are some national contact points and so on. But what matters to you is that if you want to know something, go to the branch offices. And this is the cooperation area of the program. So the program is composed by 15 countries, and you've got the list here. The projects that are funded are executed by partners located in this area in blue, in the 15 countries. I want you also to know that in several countries, not the whole country is eligible. It means that, for example, in Italy, if you are in Rome, you are in the eligible area, so that's fine. But if you are in Milano, you are not. Same thing happens with Spain or France, or even in Turkey. So if you are located in this area, you can apply, but if you are not. In case that you are a national public administration, or you are a company or other entity located in the, I mean, if you are an entity, let's imagine in Paris, okay, in France, but you've got an office in Marseille, you can also be eligible in case that your office is set up at least 2 years before the launch of the call, and this office must have some staff with some official power, some attorney power, or some financial independence, or its own financial budget, separated by the host entity. So it, I mean, it is not enough just to rent an office in the cooperation area to be eligible. This office must have some kind of independent financial responsibility. Okay, so this is important for you to know. In what concerns the budget of this program will be 250 million euros. There are like 20 million that will be used for other purposes. I mean, for the technical management. So it means that 230 millions will be all give away for projects, for entities to execute the different projects, and they are going to be allocated in 4 different call for projects that we are going to launch. And let's go now to see in what can be your project about. So this is the main structure of the 4 priorities and the 9 specific objectives of the program. Okay, so you can see that there are, I mean, there are quite wide array of objectives. So there are for innovation, you've also got SMEs. You also have energy, climate change adaptation, access to water, circular economy, and you've got also 2 priorities for the inclusion. So one is to improve the access to training services or education, skills, lifelong learning, and so on. And the other one is about improving the access to health and to the healthcare systems. And the last one is about governance. So, well, this is the same graphic, but I mean much more simple. So, in this chart, you can see like the keywords for each one of the priorities, and the 3 ones that are with a circle are the ones that we think that are better matching the type of entities that are here today. So I made especially, I will present a bit deeper these 3 ones just to let you know what kind of actions can be funded in these 3 priorities. But of course, you can apply to the other ones if you've got ideas on the other ones. As I said, there will be 4 calls for proposals, and the first one, which is going to be launched, we hope in a matter of weeks, of 3-4 weeks, 6 weeks. We are working to have it in December. Will be of 100 million euros, so it's almost half of the budget, and it will be open to all the priorities. The other calls will be smaller and more focused on certain topics. So, but the big one is going to be the first one. So let's see one by one these 3 specific objectives that I mentioned. So the first one, because the Zoom window is hiding me something, but okay. So the first one about the access to education and training. I'm going to show you some a list of possible actions that you can perform that could be supported. This is a non-exhaustive list. This list is in the program document, so it's in the official program document. That of course you can do something different if you wish. So projects that anticipate and answer skills needs could be funded. Projects about e-learning, education, doing some kind of platform to improve the skills and to help people learn some topics that you think that could be helpful for improving their chances in the job market. That could be something really in line with what we are looking for. Projects about digital literacy, helping some groups of disadvantaged people, addressing youth, women, unemployed, rural population, that could be also eligible. Projects that improve education opportunities and work with groups that are encountering barriers. Okay, so same thing. So any project that is in line with or is aimed to improve the skills and help these people to access to the job market could be something in line with this call. And of course, gender equality and initiatives to improve equal opportunities for the different target groups. And the fields and sectors that could be affected by these projects. This is also a non-exhaustive list, but projects in many different sectors could be aligned with the call. Okay, so my advice is that as long as that any economic sector or almost any economic sector, as long as you prepare initiatives that will help people to improve their skills and access to the job market, could be eligible. If we go to the second objective that I mentioned, access to health services and the healthcare. So let's see that this objective also is in line of helping people to access to healthcare systems and improving the effectiveness and the way that our healthcare systems are working. That could be also useful. Okay, so anything that could enhance an equal and timely access to the population, okay, to get to the healthcare, that could work. And of course, projects that improve the resilience of the healthcare systems, capacity building, okay, training in healthcare. So anything that could work to make our countries to provide better healthcare to the population can be something that is funded. In this question, I was wondering myself, but in the program call, it doesn't mention any specific health specialty. So I think that all of them could be eligible, and I guess also that if we think about healthcare provision to I don't know, to people with disabilities, that can also be something eligible for the program. Sectors: social care, healthcare, emergencies, services for the community, digital tools. So I think that for both these, for all of them, and projects helping to digitalize are to apply information and communication technologies to healthcare or to education or to skills or to governance that we are going to see. This is something that can also be aligned with the program. Okay, education, training. So something that could help train the healthcare workers in a specific topic. That's also something that can work. And governance projects. Those are projects. I mean, this priority is aimed to help public administrations to deliver better services. So projects that improve the institutional capacities of those public authorities are also aligned with the call. Projects that improve the local governance or improve the communication between policymakers or between authorities and citizens. That can also be something that could work. Okay, so anything that makes our public authorities and our states, our administrations, to do a better work is something that goes in line with the call. And access to public services as well. Projects improving the access to public services is something eligible. And the field is quite open. Okay, so you can see that you can work in different subjects. But keep in mind that for this priority is to implement anything that can make public administration, but in different topics and different subjects to provide a better service. So now that we talk about the program, let's talk about what is going to be the first call for proposals. And I know this is a question that the people ask many times, so I will answer again. When is it going to be launched? We are working now with the last documents to launch it as soon as possible. We have had some delays. We are hopeful that we could launch it in December. Okay, but I cannot commit myself because it doesn't depend on me only. There are other people working on it. But as soon as we launch it, we are going to disseminate everywhere. So my advice is that you follow us on social media. We don't have yet the Interreg NextMed name, so we are still operating with all program names, which is ENI CBC Med. So afterwards, I will show you our site. So follow us in there because the day that we launch it, you will know it. So we are in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So first call, it will be open to the 9 priorities. As I said, 100 million euros. The co-financing rate of this call is going to be an 89% of the total project costs. And we are happy to say that we are among the programs with the highest co-financing rate. So of all the costs that you declare in a project, the 89% will be reimbursed by the program. So it means that the co-financing is 11%. There are 3 types of projects that we will see later. And in every project, in every consortium, there must be at least 3 countries represented in the partnership. And across these 3 countries, one of them must be one EU country, one country from the European Union, and one Mediterranean partner country. At least one of each, but at least 3 countries represented in the partnership. So it means that at least 3 partners should be in there, but we will see later. And a proposal must refer to only one of the 9 specific objectives. Okay, so you cannot choose 2. I mean, you have to address one of them, because once that you are going to address one objective, you will also have to demonstrate some let's say some key performance indicators that are aligned or are related to this specific objective. So there are these three type of projects. So we are going to see them one by one. So let's get started. Well, this is also very important, of course, the size and the length of the project. So for the thematic projects, between 1.5 and 2.5 million euros. For the youth projects, between 500,000 and 1 million, and for the governance, between 1 and 1.3 million. All of them projects that must last between 24 and 36 months. And then the number of partners, this is only a recommendation. So a maximum of 5, 6, or 7 partners. But I know that this question comes often. What is the minimum number of partners and the number recommended? So minimum number of partners, I would say that no less than 4. 4 is already maybe small. So 5, 6 could be like a good number. But me personally, I think that if especially if you go to the thematic projects, you can go above these 7 partners that we are saying here. If you go to the previous program website, ENI CBC Med, you will see all the projects that we funded, which were projects with a similar budget to the thematic projects, and many of them have 8, 9, even 10 partners. Okay, but a good number is 5, 6, 7. That's a good number. So thematic projects are those projects that we can say that are the normal ones. Okay, that can be submitted in all the objectives except governance. And what I want to stress out here is that for our program, what matters especially is that you demonstrate cooperation. So we mean that it's more important that doing something like extremely innovative. Okay, we mean that it's important. A project that could work is that you've got a new methodology that you know that can work, and you are going to apply in different countries, and you are going to share the knowledge between countries, and you are going to try it to make pilots, okay, or even to improve it a bit. But when we say that we want to avoid to reinvent the wheel, we mean that we prefer some projects in which you are going to test something that you know is working, rather than testing something that might not work, because we want to make sure that you will have an impact in the regions where you are going to operate. So impact and reaching final beneficiaries is extremely important in this program. More important than doing the latest innovation and the latest invention in the world. Okay, we want people to take advantage of what you are going to do. Then there are these youth-oriented projects. So what we're going to do is that we are going to allocate a 20% of the budget to projects that, apart from addressing the 3 priorities, they are focused on young people. And when we meet that are focused on young people, is that apart from what you are going to do, young people is in the center, and you are going to make them take part in the project in a very special and a very important way. So apart from doing a project in which youth is in the center, you must meet one of these 2 following criteria. So either in your partnership there are 2 entities whose majority of staff is between 18 and 30 years. Okay, you know that in Western Europe, we call a young person until 35 years old. It's different in other areas in the world, but we age very late here in Europe. This, or the partnership includes at least 2 organizations whose core mission is to work for the benefit of young people. And you will have to demonstrate it by providing documents showing that in the last 2 years you did something for the youth. And this something could be like projects aimed to young people. So my personal guess, and this is personal, is that there are not going to be many applicants in this strand, in this youth strand. So if you can find partners that meet this criteria, that could be a good idea to try to apply to this type of project. And then governance. Well, I talked before about it, but as I said, helping public administrations to deliver better services. Of course, my guess is that if you are going to make a governance project, you should involve at least one public administration, which is going to implement this new idea. I mean, you can try to do it with a public administration, but I think that if you can have one or more, okay, capable to implementing this, I think that is something that will give you point. So and you can see here that the fields of action are quite there is a wide range of fields. So you can think about projects in many types of fields. So the eligibility of applicants and partners. We're happy to say also that almost any kind of entity is welcome in our program. This is not the case for other Interreg programs in which companies are not allowed, but in here in Interreg NextMed, both public and private bodies are eligible, and private bodies, NGOs, associations, and other non-profit are accepted, and also enterprises. So there is no a limit of enterprises or the size of the company. No, okay, you can be part of the program if you are a company, if you are a public administration as well, and if you are a international or organization, you can also be in the partnership. Bodies governed by public law, mainly universities, are also welcome. So mostly, I mean, there are. It doesn't come to my mind that type of entity that is not eligible in the program. So we are happy to say this. And as I said before, all the partners must be legally registered in the territories for at least 2 years before the launch of the call. And legally registered is not only renting an office in the area. It must be an office 2 years and with some kind of financial duties to be eligible. Well, this is quite obvious, but all the activities must be implemented in the eligible territories of the program, okay, of the countries represented in the partnership. Some actions could be taken away, but in a case-by-case basis. And one example is like you are doing, you have a project about, I don't know, about the fishing, and there is like the biggest fair of the fishing industry in, I don't know, if in Germany, Munich, okay? So Germany is not in the program area, but if this opportunity is well justified, you can ask for it, and usually you will be accepted. But this kind of actions will be assessed in a case-by-case basis if your project is approved. And so now that you are really motivated and you want to apply for all the objectives, comes the question. So can I apply to different projects and can I submit more than one project? The answer is yes. So as an applicant, as a lead beneficiary, you can apply only once per each one of the 9 specific objectives. And if you apply to many, you can only be awarded in 2 of them. Okay, so let's imagine that you present 3 proposals. So each one of them should be in a different specific objective. And if the 3 of them are very well ranked, only 2 of them would be finally funded. Okay, and if you are partner, there is no limit. You can be in as many partnerships as you wish. And in the previous programs, we had some entities that in each call, they were funded 2 or 3 projects. So if you are a partner, there's no limit. And if you are an applicant, only once per objective with a maximum of 2. And then this is a very important rule. So to make sure that the budget of the project and the actions are going to be well balanced, there's a rule that at least 50% of the funds must be allocated to partners that are in the southern part of the Mediterranean, in the Mediterranean partner countries. Okay, so you have to find. You have to find partners that will have that's when you make the budget at least 50%. There might be a possibility of giving them less than 50%, but a part of the budget which is in the north will be spent in the south, and so on. This can be also. This is the box at your right, but this is complex. So if I were you, I would try to allocate the budget 50% to the partners in the south. So it means that you have to build a partnership, and if you only have one partner in the southern countries, it means that this only partner should have 50% of the total budget, which is a lot. So as I was saying before, a partnership of, let's say, 5 or 6 partners at least should have 2 or 3 in the south, because if you have only one partner in the south with a 50% budget, even the evaluators are going to have some doubts about the equal balance of the budget. And I will go very quickly here, but just let you know that the projects must not only have one single aim, like giving sponsorship to the workshop, or a project which is only about academic research. No, try to make a project in which you include different kinds of activities. Okay, do not only focus in one single activity, because this is not what we are looking for. If you want to do some research, that's fine. If you want to publish some papers or some policy papers, that's fine. If you want to take your partners and some other entities to a workshop, to a conference, that's fine. But not only doing this. Okay, this only has to be a part of the actions. The main action should be something that is going to make an impact on the territories that you are going to work on. And the first call, as I said, we are going to publish it as soon as we can. By now, you can go to our website, which is enicbcmet.com, and you can find some documents, because we made a pre-announcement 1 month ago. So there are already some documents in which you can get some hints of how the call is going to be. And so, as I said, we are going to launch the call soon. once that we launch the call, we are going to make one information session in each one of the 15 countries of the program. And we will announce these sessions. They will be open and they will be on site. So you can go there and you can meet us, and we will explain to you everything. Apart from it, we are going to activate a partnerships platform in our website, meaning that you will be able to fill a form with an idea of project. You can either submit one idea, or if you don't have an idea, but you want just to postulate as a potential partner, just to post your profile in there. And this platform will be open, so anyone can go there and see the other ideas or the other profiles. And you can contact the other people. So this is about making possible to connect and to find partners. And apart from that, we will make some online sessions in which you will be able to pitch your idea and to talk and to interact with other entities in the session. Our aim is to make one session per priority, per objective. So we will make 9 online meetings to allow you to pitch your ideas and to find your partners for the project. As I said, there is some information in the website of the previous program. Okay, we are also about to launch the new website, but meanwhile, in the previous program there is everything, and you can start making your partnerships. Once that we open the call, my guess is that it will be open for submissions for 3 months. Meaning that if we open it in December, it will be open until March. And some tips, okay? Some tips for a winning proposal. As I said before, demonstrate that you are going to cooperate and to interact with your partners. We found some projects that in the previous program that you see that each partner is doing his work in his country, but not interacting a lot with the other partners. Okay, this is not what we want. So we want also to we want you to cooperate. So in the application form, show it that there will be some interaction, and this is a question that the evaluators will have when they will assess your proposals. The day that we launch the call, I think that you will be able to see the questions that will be asked to the external evaluators. And one of the questions will be about if there is a cooperation demonstrated in the proposal. Make sure that your partners are eligible, okay, and they are serious. And I'm saying this because before working for this program, I prepared a proposal for this program that was not accepted at the end. But I found some partners that at the beginning they were very, very kind and very persistent. They wanted to be part of the consortium, so they were like open. So I chose them. But then once that I had chosen them, you see that once that I started working with them to ask them documents and so on, I saw that they were not so timely as they seem. And of course, make sure that they are eligible. And I'm saying this because when you will encounter a potential partner, he will say, yes, I am eligible, I am from this region, I have everything okay, all my documents are okay, blah blah blah. But then when the time comes, something there must be some surprises. And if only one partner is not eligible in the partnership, the whole project fails. So try to make sure for the very beginning that they send you the documents and that you can check if they are okay and they can be in the partnership. Partners must have a certain financial capacity. So if nothing changes and we still and we keep in the same way of working at the previous program, the projects will receive advancement of funds of the 40% of the total budget, meaning that when the project starts, the partnership will get a 40% of the total budget. It seems okay, and then after a certain time, a certain reporting, you will get other part of the budget. So you will be receiving the different payments on the project. But even if it seems a generous advancement, partners must have some capacity, because after the first payment, they will have to demonstrate that they have spent some part before getting the second payment. And if nothing changes and we keep on the same rules as the previous program, the partners must have the money in a account in euros, even if you are not in the EU. So if you are in a different country, like I don't know, in Lebanon or in Tunisia, you must go to your bank and to ask your bank to let you open an account in euros, and this might be tricky for some entities. So I mean, your partners should be flexible and should be quick and should find out how to move in the financial tasks. Okay. Then your project, the day that you are asked to fill the form, you will have to give several numbers and several key performance indicators. So try to think about it ever since the beginning. So how many people is going to benefit? This is a question that you will have to answer in the application form. So try to get the numbers from the very beginning. Try to say, okay, we are going to do this action, this number of trainings, this number of pilots, this number of people in every country will benefit, this number of companies will receive support, and so on. Because then there will be a section in the form in which these numbers, you will have to fix them and to link them with the objectives of the program. Okay, so these are the objectives of the project linked with the objective of the program. It might sound complex, but it's not. But first of all, keep in mind that you have to give numbers of performance of the project. And as I said, the final beneficiaries in the center of your proposal and their needs. So the main logic and the main narrative of the resume and the concept note of the project should have the final beneficiaries in the center and saying, okay, how is this project going to address their needs? Put it in the very center, because if you show to the evaluators that your project is about helping those target groups at the very beginning, this is a winning point for you. Of course, try to show that there is a distribution of tasks of different profiles and countries. Of course, I mentioned that the countries there must be a balance and profiles. So try to keep a different kind of entities in your consortium. So not only NGOs, not only universities, not only public administrations. Try to get a mix of entities and trying to show that the strengths of every entity will complement the strengths of the other. As I previously said, the previous program, ENI-CBC-MED, funded 80 projects. And the philosophy of this new program is not that different from ENI-CBC-MED. So if you go to the website of the previous program and take a look on the 80 projects and get what did they do and how did they work, I think that you can have a clear overview of what types of projects could be funded. So it will help you also to shape your idea. And also external evaluators of the proposals, they are asked also to see if they are internal monitoring measures implemented. So what we ask them, what the evaluators want to see is that your consortium and you as a partner or as a lead beneficiary, you have your tools that in case that there is some deviation of the implementation of the project, you have the capacity and the tools to correct these deviations, okay? And you have the capacity to react and to solve the potential problems that could come. So for doing this, internal monitoring measures are always well regarded. So try to demonstrate that. I mean, you cannot say that there are not going to be any unforeseen event, because there are always things happening that you didn't expect. But if you say that, okay, even if there are some unexpected events, I have the methodology and the rules and the tools to react and to correct it, that's fine. And for this, try to show that there will be a continuous monitoring of how are the activities being implemented and if we are not having any delays or so on. So it will give you some winning points in this part of the assessment. And of course, also demonstrate that the project and its results will remain after the closure of the project, that this project is sustainable over time. And try to demonstrate that this is not only a project that wants to get some funds to execute this task and then we all close it and bye-bye. No, demonstrate that the results will remain there. This is important, really important. And if you want to, I mentioned it before, we don't want you to make the new invention of the century. We want you to implement things that work. So it's welcome, and it's not a problem if you say that you are going to base your work in previous projects or in previous activities, because you are demonstrating that whatever you are going to do here, it was developed before, it worked before, it was done by a reliable consortium, and now we are going to try it somewhere else. So if you demonstrate that there is a synergy with other projects or other previous activities, that's fine. Okay, this is not something that is going to jeopardize your rate. No, on the contrary, it might give you some additional points. And of course, the branch offices, we are there, and our main role is to be there to answer and to help you and to be close to you. So you will get my contact details afterwards. And that's all for my part. We are excited to launch this new call. We have been preparing it for more than a year, and even if we cannot give you an exact date, we know that it's approaching. So please do follow us on social media, and you will be informed very quickly. I mean, instantly the day that it is launched. The call that I hope it will be soon. Here are my contact details, and it's been a pleasure to be here talking to you about our program. I guess you've got many questions, and I will be happy to answer. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Alejandro. And they do have like so many questions. They have been, writing to me while you were speaking. And
Okay.
I have one of the first questions is like, okay, it says that Interreg NextMed will more or less get funding for 80 projects. It will be 80 projects in a year. It will be only one call in which like you will fund all the projects, and after like we will not have the opportunity to apply next year. How does it work?
Yeah, okay. Maybe maybe I mixed some concepts. So the previous program, ENI CPC Med, did fund 80 projects. How many projects are we going to fund in the new program? We can make some calculations, seeing the budget and the budget of the project. So if we got in overall 230 million euros, it's like, and each project is about 2 million on average, that we more or less. So it's quite likely that by the end of the program, we have found 100 projects. That could be one number. But on the first call for proposals, that is 100 million. If we are talking about an average of 2 million per project, or 1.5 million, we can also talk about 50 projects, 40, 60 in the first call. Okay, which that will be the biggest one.
Okay, you say that the first call will be the biggest one. How many will follow in the next years?
3 more calls.
Okay,
Each
like 2024, 2025.
Yeah, I guess that once that we've launched the first call, we will start working on the second one, because you know that this program is for the period 21-27. We are almost on 24, and we haven't launched yet. So as soon as the first one is launched, in the next year, we could see the next one. Yeah, so it won't take a lot of time to go with the second one.
Okay, perfect. We have one question regarding the co-financing of the projects. You say like there is a part of co-financing for each project, and here one of the organization asked if the lead partner should cover it from its own resources, or it should be divided between each partner based on the budget they have for each other, for each one.
Usually, I mean, the co-financing is the same for all partners, so it's 11% for all partners. Then, if you find a partner that wants to provide more co-financing, I think that it could be possible. Okay, that one partner wants to put more of his own resources, that could be possible, but it doesn't happen often. So, I mean, on the initial budget is 11% for everyone. I don't know if I think that you can change it and you can put it up above 11%, but the easiest way is to give it for all of them the same. But if you want to make it different, I think it's possible.
Okay, perfect. I have one of the question is for my team, I have to say, and they say like we do a entrepreneurship program, like Incubadora con Valores is what we do. It's like a full entrepreneurship program for people at risk of exclusion, training, mentoring, coaching, and validation could be an eligible action, or it will be considered as a training course and not be eligible.
In a first sight, I would say that it is eligible as long as you comply with the other rules. That is to cooperate with different countries and to find this kind of interaction between countries. Of course, only training could be. I mean, you might need something more, but something more can be like trying to promote those entities in other countries, trying to find potential investors, clients, going to fair or to different conferences to promote those products that can work. Actually, in our current program, we had many projects that were mainly focused on promoting SMEs and promoting entrepreneurs to develop new solutions. So, as I said, not only training, but training in the center. I mean, if you go to the priority of a training. Of course, it should be more focused on training, but let's see also if this training, I would say that in this case, the kind of training that you need in this priority will more about topics that you are sure that are going to be useful for the employability of these people. But if you go to the priority 1.1, which is about SMEs, in this case, the training could be one part of the actions, and the other parts could be, going to fairs, going to try to find some, partners, clients, investors, create networks. So yeah, training is definitely one action that could be funded in many things. Even if you want to make trainings inside a project which is in other priority, that's also fine. Let's imagine that you find a project about recycling, and you want to work with entrepreneurs that want to recycle. One of the actions could be training them in different topics.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Now we have a question. This, according what you say, do you recommend us to take part in youth-oriented proposals in order to raise our chances of getting funds? What activities regarding youth are more likely to get funded? Political participation, labor market, etc.
Okay. This is only my personal guess. Okay, so I'm not talking about on behalf of the program, but I guess that as there are not many entities that could comply with those rules and have the capabilities to be in a partnership, I think that could be one that could increase a bit the chances, but I might be wrong. Okay, it might happen that at the end there are many people applying on this. And as regards about the activities, you mentioned something about the youth in political participation or employability, or in training.
But like, what activities regarding youth are more likely to get funded?
Those activities that address the needs of youth, and the needs of youth can be employment, can be training, can be, I don't know, even housing, can be participation. Political participation could be something more tricky, but if you take it like in the sense that making the youth to be more committed to some tendencies that could be energy efficiency, or could be recycling, or could be I don't know, knowledge or climate change, that could also work. Okay, so but first of all, try to address the needs of youth.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. You were speaking about info sessions. You say that they're gonna be info sessions in the 15 countries that the program works. Will be that like online events, or will be like face-to-face, like in situ events?
The session will be physical events, in situ events. So we plan to go physically to the 15 countries, okay, and make one event physical in each country. I guess there are some people asking this question about if it's going to happen also in Palestine or in Israel. As for what I know, I'm not sure that they are going to be in this first call. Okay, I'm not. There is still some possibility that some countries like this one are not in the, don't sign the financial agreements, are not in the call. This is something that I don't know yet. But the day that we launch the call, if there is some country missing, we will say it, and you will know in which countries are not eligible.
Okay, and for those info events, like you were speaking that you don't know for sure, but you think that in December the call will be out. Those events will be in December or in January, like more or less guessing.
January. I don't think that there will be any event in December.
Okay, perfect. And for the 9 online networking events, how can we attend? How can we register to be part of these events?
Good. So there will be one day. I mean, after we launch the call, we will also launch in our website. We will launch one article or one content explaining all the functioning of this. What it will work in a way that there will be a form to fill to post your ideas in there, and in this same form you will be asked if you want to participate in the if you want to pitch and to present your ideas on the events. Apart from it, the events will be open online, so anyone will be able to connect.
Perfect.
And everything will be posted on the website the day that we launch the partner search program.
Okay, now speaking that you say about the website, will be the website you are running now, or will be the next one about Interreg NextMed?
Good question. It's quite likely that we will remain in the first website at the very beginning, because I don't think that the new website will be ready or completely ready in a month. But we already have the domain of the new program, so we will likely make a link to the old website. So as per now, the website that is working is ENI60Med. In there is I can show it to you now, but I can quickly share my screen just to show you. So the website now is like, we are in here, and now there is this tab of about NextMed. So this is all the information that we've got here, and here we explain. And the last new, and in the news section, this is where we announce the first call. So I guess that we are going in the first weeks or months, we are going to remain in this one, but we are working also to open the new website.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. And now the last question, because we don't want to take like so much time from you, is okay. The 3 steps an organization have to make to be able to get in a consortium or to be applying for Interreg NextMed. What do you advise those newcomers on this call?
Okay, so if you are completely new, the first thing I would say is that try to see in which priorities you think that you can provide an added value, or not even the priorities. Try to see what kind of actions you could do, and see if the action that you can do could be eligible for a project in one of those priorities. Of course, you will need to find partners. So the partnership platform that we will enable could be a good starting point. My personal view also is that if you can work with some partner that you already know, the better. So if you have some partners that you know, try to contact them and try to see if you can do something with them, at least with some. And of course, I mean, if you are new, you don't know it a lot, try maybe in the first time it's not the best idea to be the lead beneficiary, but I know that sometimes this is something that is not that easy. I mean, you need to be the lead beneficiary if you want to be there, because if you don't know anyone, you know that nobody will come to you and ask you. So, yes, this is something else. So even if you don't have a clear idea of what you want to do or what you can do, the day that we launch the partner search campaign, try to post something, post some idea, post your profile, or post one idea of a project, even if you know that it's not very likely to be the work at the end. But if you manage to be contacted by other entities and you manage to integrate a consortium, that could be a good start.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Alejandro. It was a pleasure for us to have you here today, and we hope, like you will launch soon the call, and everything we're sure will be great. And for us, it was a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for being this morning and also this afternoon with us. Now, for all the organizations that are in this event, we have organized a networking event. You will see, I will send to you now the link. I have it here already. I show it to you at the beginning, but now I do it again. Here you can copy paste this Zoom link, and then you can go in the meeting, and we will be able to meet other organizations that are also trying to search for partners and for new ideas for Interreg NextMed. And nothing, Alejandro, thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, me as well. Was a pleasure to be here with you, and I hope that that I convince some of you to be part of the Interreg NextMed family.
Of course, you did, and we will try. We know it won't be like easy for newcomers, but they will do their best. Thank you so much, Alejandro.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, my colleague Andy, she will be here, and she will stay here for a while until, everyone gets their own link, and you go to the networking event. And I will be heading now to the event where we wait for you there. Thank you.